Okay. Let me double check here. So, for those of you who don't know, the Israel. It's funny. The timing of this is perfectly because I reacted to the Myron, Officer Tatum, Palestine and Israel debate, and today, as you guys already know, Israel and the United States have proposed a deal for Hamas to release the hostages and Israel to release the hostages to be the first stage of them to finally have some form of a ceasefire slash peace agreement to end this whole conflict because it's not a war, it is a genocide that is going on. I don't care what anyone says. So Hamas. Let's read the first article here. So it's well, not the well. There's more sources, but um, Hamas accepts President Trump's plan for all the hostages to be released. So that is great. That is the first stage. Now, let me show you guys um, the other part. Oops, there we go, right here. Because President Trump gave the statement right after, and I'll read this in a sec so that you guys can kind of get an idea. Okay. There we go. And forgive me guys for I might have to do this again, but um so let's read the statement that Trump posted earlier today. There we go. So let me double check, make sure. Sorry about that. Okay. Based on the statement just issued by Hamas, I believe they are ready for a lasting peace. Well, let me read it as Trump real quick. One sec. Based off the statement just issued by Hamas, I believe they are ready for a lasting peace. Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza so that we can get the hostages out safely and quickly. Right now, it's far too dangerous to do that. We are already in discussions on details to be worked out. This is not about Gaza alone. This is about long sought peace in the Middle East. He probably said something like, "Thank you so much for this what was the thing he usually says? Thank you so much for this information, something like that, whatever. But basically, this is actually awesome to see Trump actually put, tell Israel, hey, listen, guys, listen here, guys. You guys are not gonna try to mess up this deal. Because one thing about Trump, I've already accepted this. Trump is a bit of a narcissist. A bit, that's nice to say, but he's someone who loves the credibility. He loves the numbers. He loves to get the I did it, I did this by myself. I loves he loves the attention, right? So I remember when the whole 12-day war with Iran and Israel was going on. Trump was so pissed off when they kind of sort of broke the deal, and they have no idea what the hell they're doing. And Trump just like I remember when he said the 12-day war. I could hear him saying that, and he's just like, 12-day war, that sounds better. It could have been 11-day, but 12 war just sounds, it's nice, smooth. I just love that. I like, that's Trump for you. Whether you hate him or love him, like that's the type of guy he is. And the fact that he said that to Israel is good, that he's saying that, listen, guys, you better, he sees it, even though he's very much pro-Israel. Um, I have to give credit to Trump because at least he's being fair that both sides need to be accountable for what's going on. Uh, Let me go to now. JD Vance posted this on X, and I guess it's the letter or the message from Hamas of what their terms or what their hope for this deal to be. So I don't have my glasses on me, but it's okay. I'll just read. I'll try to read what it says here. Let me double check. Shout out to JD Vance. Yeah, I can't read that from here. So one sec. Damn, my glasses are dirty. I haven't worn these bad boys in a minute. But on Hamas response, oops, sorry. This is like very, very important though. This is a very important process because, you know, all right. this is very important because this is one of the main reasons why I voted for Trump as well, so that he could try to end the conflict going on in the Middle East. It's terrible what's going on over there. So, on Hamas response to President Trump's proposal. Out of keenness to end the aggression and genocide being carried out against our steadfast people in the Gaza Strip, and stemming from national responsibility and in defense of the contents, rights, and higher interests of our people, the Islamic Resistance Movement, Hamas, has conducted an in-depth consultations within its leadership institutions, broad consultations with Palestinian forces and factions, and consultations with brothers, uh, mediators, and friends in order to reach a responsible position in dealing with U.S. President Trump's plan. After thorough study, the movement has made its decision and conveyed the following response to the mediators. Hamas appreciates the Arab, Islamic, and international efforts, as well as the efforts of of U.S. President Donald Trump calling for an end to the war on the Gaza Strip. The exchange of prisoners, the immediate entry of aid, the rejection of the occupation of the Strip, and the rejection of the displacement of our Palestinian people from it. Within this framework, and in a manner that achieves an end to the war and a full withdrawal from the Strip, the movement announces its approval of releasing all occupation prisoners, both living and remains, according to the exchange formula contained in President Trump's proposal. With the necessary field conditions for implementing the exchange, in this context, the movement affirms its readiness to immediately enter, through the mediators, into negotiations to discuss the details. The movement reaffirms its approval to hand over the administration of the Gaza Strip to a Palestinian body of independence technocrats based on Palestinian national consensus and supported by Arab and Islamic backing. As for other issues included in in President Trump's proposal concerning the future of the Gaza Strip and the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people, this is tied to a collective national position and in accordance with relevant international laws and resolutions to be discussed within a comprehensive Palestinian national framework in which Hamas will be included and will contribute with full responsibility. The From the Islamic Resistance Movement, Hamas. Wow, that is a great letter. Great letter. Great um well spoken, well read, well written, very professional. So um while I'm doing this, let me see if there's any new updates. What's going on? Yes, I watch WWE, guys. So this is just obviously no weird stuff comes on X here. Um, there's a whole thing with that whole situation, but yeah, I heard some rumors that Israel has already said, no, we don't like that they agreed to it, basically. But my hope in this whole process is that we lead to the hostages being released is definitely one of the first steps. Um, I don't know if there ever will be some type of two-state solution, obviously because Israel does not recognize the Palestinians as real people. Um, let's see what Mario Nafal says here. Israel stunned by Trump's ceasefire demand. Many Israeli outlets report that Trump has demanded Israel halt fire until negotiations conclude. This step, though, Jerusalem fears the step through Jerusalem fears, and it has left Netanyahu's government silent up to this point. Meanwhile, some in Gaza celebrate the step toward a common goal shared by both Hamas and Trump. Yeah, Trump, like come on. Everyone wants this war to end. Like everyone wants this conflict to end. Meanwhile, in Gaza, the opposition Israeli leader, Yair Lapid, backs Trump's plan, saying Israel must join the talks and that he has assured Washington of political support to move forward. This is source from Middle East Observer, Channel 12. So again, I'm praying for this conflict to end. I really do want the best for both Palestine and for Israel. Like again, I'm not someone that is like, how can I say this? I completely understand why Israel's doing what it's doing, and I understand why Palestine is doing what it's doing as well. And I just want like there's never going to be a solution. Like the past is the past, and what has happened in the past has been conducted. I completely understand that, and there's nothing we can do now. There's nothing we can do now to mediate or fix what's happened before already. But what we can do right now is try to end the war, end the conflict, end the genocide that's going on, and allow the Palestinians to at least find some hope to move forward instead of killing each other and having bombs be dropped on the Gaza Strip for killing children, innocent civilians, and all these things. It's terrible, and stop starving them to death too. The people of Palestine are real people. They're beautiful people. I have some friends that live in the Middle East, and I myself know certain things, and certain things I know that the media is definitely lying about. But regardless, I think that right now, um, Trump, one of the big things I knew, because again, um, Trump, there was no new wars during Trump's first administration, and my hope is that through this conflict that we can finally end this war by the end of the year. I know Ukraine and Russia is still tough, and I heard that Putin is starting to try to open up again to Trump to be on his good side again, but Trump's not happy with that. So my hope is that we can finally end this conflict with Israel and Palestine. Will it be? I know for a fact it won't be forever, but at least for now, we could try to end the killing because this is a feud that's been going on since biblical times, and my hope is that everyone that's in the Middle East, we could finally have peace, and Israel can stop doing certain things to influence these nations to want to attack us, and and because I understand Israel's the United States number one ally, but Israel has done a lot of things that have cost lives, and caused a lot of unnecessary issues within the region. So let's pray for peace, and I'll keep. If you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know and give me your opinions on what your thoughts on this whole conflict, whether if you're Palestinian or if you're Israeli. I just pray for peace and happiness, and um, no more killing. The genocide needs to end right now. It has to, because human lives are at stake right now, and there are innocent civilians that have nothing to do with anything with this conflict, that are just trying to live their lives, that are unfortunately being attacked in this moment. So let's try to get this result this resolved. I mean, I pray for Trump and his whole administration to be able to get this settled as soon as possible.